Hello everyone. I thought I better start doing some more videos, and I want to do something on my fish tank just because I think it's awesome and I've never really showed it off, so today I thought I will. But primarily I want to go over my controller that I have controlling this entire thing and the features and some of the function it does. There's not a single YouTube video showing this controller. It shows previous controllers by the same company, but not this controller. So today I'm going to give you guys an overview of my Reef Angel Star controller. And I have the previous generation of Reef Angel as well. I don't use it just because I have this one, and I've had zero issues, knock on wood, but with this thing, and it's been absolutely great. So I don't have an Orp probe hooked up right now, but I will be adding one. So I have temperature 1 is my room temperature, temperature 2 is my tank, and then the other one's my sump. And then I have a pH probe that needs calibrated salinity. All salinity probes have issues, as in like they get air bubbles, they don't read incorrectly, but it's just more to see trends than anything. These are for expansion modules. Here's your input output, so you have your high ATO, low ATO. That's where they're called by default, and you could change that, but I just have it changed in the app, so I'll show you guys that. There's my relay box. So I'll show you all the main components. Here's the pulse width module control. I have that controlling all my wave makers, so I have 3 in there. I also have it controlling my, see, it has different modes for the pumps and all that information. So you could get this on your phone, computer, whatever. So this is the desktop version of the app, you could call it. So it's just a website, and it's actually really nice. So don't mind these zeros are for the water level, but I don't have those channels hooked up. So this is my sump water level, and you could click on it. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. So click on salinity here, and we can see a graph, you know. That's when I was messing with it, so don't mind that. So it graphs everything, your room temperature, you know, it's awesome. I love it, and it's been super helpful. It controls everything. You have your pH, and there's a bunch of different attachments for this thing, and they're fairly inexpensive compared to other models. And so it'll give you a flag, so you can set up text alerts like your salinity is low, your pH is low, water level is low, your ATO timed out, a bunch of different fail safes. And I have saved my tank because of this thing. So here's the input output. So if my saltwater bin is low, which is over there, so that's my saltwater bin on the left, so I have a sensor in there, so if that gets low, it will tell me, text me, shut off my automatic water change, which I use this big pump right here. If my dose is low, it'll tell me. I have a dosing pump that I control with this. If it's time to change my filter socks, which I use the float sensor to measure that, it'll tell me that. Or if there's a leak detected, which I love the leak sensor on this thing. So dimming, so this one has 4 channels, or this one, yeah, I believe it has 4 channels built in. And so I have it controlling my daylights on my lights, my actinics. If you have more channels on your lights, it could do that. And then I have it control my return pump, which I have it running at 52%. Those 2 I don't use. This one at 99%. Not sure why it's at 99%. But, oops. Okay. Not sure why that's at 99%. It shouldn't be. And then I have my pumps on here, which you could change all these labels. I just haven't yet. So, and then DC pump modes. So, oh, come on, that's just tablet. That's not. My fingers are wet. So you could have the mode I have on Reef Crest. It has a bunch of different modes. And so I just leave on request, and it automatically changes the pumps on where it needs to be. And so on here you have 3 temp ports. You have your input outputs. That's what those are. This is for my lights. The input. This is for like the dimming pulse width module, or you could do a pulse width module, or you could do the analog, I think it's called. And this is the rope leak sensor. And then you have 2 USB ports for expansion, network port. I have a salinity expansion, and I have the dimming expansion module. And don't mind my wiring mess. I haven't got my things on. So it controls my Jabo pumps, and this is the expansion module, so I can plug in more items into there. And that is the relay box. Everything is controllable, and you can plug in multiple relay boxes into here. So here's my relay box. So I got my skimmer, my return, auto water change. You could hook up a bunch of relay boxes onto this thing, and everything is accessible from the web. So the way you program it is a little weird, but it's not as easy, I would say, as a Neptune. But the things you could do with this are endless. It's based on an Arduino, and I was either going to get this or a Neptune Apex. I love the looks of the Neptune Apex, but I like being different, so I went with this guy just because he's cheaper. I love the community. Seriously, if you have a problem, you put it in on the forum. Someone literally will either help you with it, or the owner is great and he gets fast responsive. That's my little cabinet I made for it. So it has different modes, so let me show you that. So you go here, you can go to the modes, so you can go to feeding mode, water change mode, and you just program what each mode does. Lights on, lights cancel. So lights on, I just have it change how it dims the lights. So, you know, if I have guests come over, I'm like, oh, well, this is how it looks best. My corals pop. Obviously you can't see in the camera because I don't have the correct settings on it, because I'm not showing that. But then you can go back here and I'll have a flag saying, oh, you left your lights on. Let's go back and go to modes and go to lights cancel. So I have this control the ramp up and ramp down on my lights, sunset, sunrise. So it's pretty awesome. I'm not sponsored by any means. Do I get the stuff for free? No, I do not. But I just want to, you know, showcase something different that, you know, I don't ever see videos on it, and I don't know why. I think it just needs a little bit more marketing, and it would be a controller that would be selling all the time. So I have my this is my dosing container. I have float sensors in there, UV sterilizer. That little pipe right there, that's the water level. It just uses pressure. My salinity probe, my pH probe, float. This is my little float thing it comes with, and it comes with everything you need. And let's hop on the computer now, and I will show you on how you program this thing. So here's a view of my tank, and there is the controller, and I have it running my auto water change. So it just turns this guy on when I set it to, and it pulls water from the tank and pulls water from the bin and replaces the same amount that goes in. So super nice. This is pretty much a not hands-free tank, but is pretty much hands-free, as in I have an automatic feeder, I don't automatically dose, I have an automatic doser, automatic water changes. So all I gotta do is clean the glass and enjoy it, which is exactly what I wanted, because I'm a busy person. But I want to show you guys how you program this thing. There are a couple ways, but and I'll show you guys the website. So let's hop on the computer. Okay, so this is the Reef Angel website, and this is where you'll go to order products and go to the forum. Like I said, I'm not sponsored, or I don't get anything from this. Just doing it because help you guys out, give you guys another option for a controller. But this is the forum. You could just post anything, whatever you want on here regarding, you know, the different topics, and someone will help you. Or if you have any concerns or issues, someone will definitely be able to answer that. So, I'll show you the old Reef Angel. This is the old controllers. This is the Star. This is the newest one. I think this is the only one they sell, but they all do the exact same. This one just has more memory than this one. And this one is just a refreshed, you know, looks newer, has some more ports on it. And then they have a bunch of expansions and attachments. So a lot of cool stuff. So to program it, I'll show you what you have to do. So you go to the Reef Angel Wizard, and I know this code looks scary, but it's actually super easy. And I'll show you how to program it. So on the Star, you can program it remotely. You don't have to plug it into your computer or anything. Just remote upload, compile, and upload. So let's go through the wizard, and I'll show you guys how you program it. So first, you're going to select your product. I have the Star. Type in your password, hit encrypt, next. I always do in the code. You could read more about it and do it in the internal memory, but it just depends on your preference. But if someone's new, in the code. Fahrenheit, Celsius, those options. Overheat temperature, I have mine set at 81. And so it will beep at you. You can set up its beep, texture, whatever you want. what probe you want to use. This thing has 3 probes, so just use whatever probe you're measuring your tank with, or whatever one you're measuring that you want to have an overheat alarm for. And so these are all the attachments that need program for. So let's say I only have the relay, I have a dimming, I have a salinity, I have an ORP, and I have a rope leak detector. So you hit next. Do you have any of these attachments? Let's say you have this one and this one. You could click it, automatically programs it. And this is your relay box and your ports. And so this is where you assign what port each port does. So let's say you want this one to be the skimmer. So I have it named skimmer. Have it always on, turn off on sport and feeding mode, turn off the sport and water change mode, put on a heater, turn on at, you can say whatever you want, 78, turn off at 79. So it's completely up to you on how you do it, and you go through each port, and you can have like 8 relay boxes plugged in. So just showing you guys for an example. Then you have your dimming ports, your standard dimming ports. So you could have them do a slope, so it ramps up to like 80%, holds at 80, and then goes down. You could have it peak and go down. You could have a moon phase, or you could plug a buzzer into this. It's completely up to you. And then see on your slope you set start time, duration, and time. Bunch of cool things. Here's your dimming expansion module, so 6 more dimming options. DC pump. Let's say you have your pumps plugged into these 2 channels, so one's on sync and one's anti-sync, so those are kind of like the opposite of each other. So if one's like at 50, the other one maybe at like 25, or that's just an example, but it's not exactly how it works. And then you're able to change the mode in the UApp, which I'll show you. And then your buzzer, you want your buzzer to turn on the bus lock, if it overheats, or if it timeouts. You could do more, like right here, you could do, if, let's say pH is higher than 8.5, you could have it turn on, you could have it do anything. So if it's not an option here, you could just type in the code, just super easy. So you to expansion 5, let's say that's where your buzzer's plugged into, or if it's built in, you could just type it in. Then, less than. You could just do, the things are endless what you can do with this thing. So you hit next, then it'll generate the code, and this is your code. So it's super easy, and you don't even have to really mess with this if you use the wizard. And then you just hit, remote upload. If you plug it in, it'll show a COM port, and so it's super easy. And then you hit compile and upload. So let me show you the Reef Angel U app. Sorry for my slow internet. So this is the U app. So you can see it's 60. Gotta give it a second to update. It's 65 in the room. Salinity is 32.2, which is a little off. Might have some air bubbles trapped in there. Some 78, tank 78.2. My water level's at 68. I have no flags. This is my input output. So if my salt water bin's low, that'll turn green and text me if if it detects a leak, which uses like a rope. So if anywhere in that rope gets touched with water, it will throw a leak. This is my my dimming module. So this is my daylight's at 0 right now. My tank's at 58. My return pump's at 52%. My left pumps are at 78, and right pumps are at 62. This is all changeable. You could label this whatever you want. This is all the different modes. So I could turn on Lagoon, and you can see that my percentage changed on my pumps. Parameters, pH graph. So you can see there, got a big dip right there, and that is because when it does my auto water change, it reads the water in my drain tube for my washer, and it goes really low. So that's that issue, but it's nothing to do with the Reef Angel. You could graph certain things. So let's say I want to graph the salinity and the room temperature, or the sump water level, since I don't have the ORP plugged in. You draw a graph, and it will make graphs so you can just compare data. And so it's actually really cool, and I really like it. And this thing is only, let's see, I think it's $400 for the kit, and it comes with everything you need to get it set up. If you want, and the Star has a built-in rope leak detector. This is for the old one. You just need the sensor, and it has. You could buy a salinity expansion. You could buy a bunch of different expansions. I think extra pH expansion, more input outputs, and a lot of this is for the older model, and so it's built into the new model. So I have an ATO pump from them. Everything works great, and I've had 0 issues. So this is the Reef Angel, and I just wanted to show you guys it. And since there's not any videos on YouTube about the Reef Angel Star, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to show mine off and just give people more options than just a Apex or the Hydros. I know there's a few view controllers out there now, so this one's just neat because not really common and does quite a bit of stuff. So if you guys have any questions, and I also am selling my old one on eBay, so it does everything this one will do, but it's the old style, which I don't think looks as nice, but it still works great. There's 0 issues with it. I just upgraded to this newer version. So if you have any questions or anything you want to say, comment down below, and I will always reply. So thanks for watching.